Let's get now to a power rundown. We have NBC News legal analyst Danny Cevallos with us. They had a couple of big headlines out of D.C. Danny, really appreciate your time. I know you're busy. Let's start with one potential roadblock. It's a big one. Okay, there are 5 small businesses suing to block the tariff, saying that this is not Trump's job. This is Congress's job because the tariff acts effectively as a tax. It's not getting as much attention, I think, as it deserves, and some would argue it's definitely not a national emergency. What's your take?
Yeah, the International Economic Emergency Powers Act gives the president a lot of power to get involved and issue economic sanctions internationally, but he needs to be able to declare a national emergency. And that may be one sticking point, which is, has he properly declared a national emergency? And does the same law even really allow him to impose tariffs? That, at least according to the Constitution, appears to be the power of Congress to regulate international commerce. So if you're betting when this goes up through the courts at the final stop, more likely the tariffs could get struck down, but they could survive too. It's a relatively unanswered question in the law.
Yeah, I guess one we are going to get an answer to. The next up is Trump versus everybody at this point, I guess. Trump versus Harvard. The president freezing more than $2 billion in grants to Harvard. He is threatening to pull its tax-exempt status after the university said it would not agree to a series of demands for the Trump administration. Danny, whose side is the law on potentially in this dispute?
Again, if you're betting, I'd probably go with Harvard, and here's why. The IRS can revoke a university's tax-exempt status, and in fact, it did it with Bob Jones University many years ago. So this is something that can be done. But here's the thing. 501c3 organizations cannot engage in political advocacy, but they can take viewpoints. The IRS regulations allow for that. You can be at a university and take a particular viewpoint as long as you present both sides and you give a full discussion of the issue. And, you know, there may be some argument that Harvard's not doing that. But as long as they're following IRS regulations, the mere fact that they even do take a viewpoint, and I'm not saying that they do, but if they did, that alone might not be enough to destroy their 501c3 tax-exempt status.
It's another one of these big fights. I feel like there's going to be a lot of answered legal questions, Danny, over the next couple of months and quarters. Danny Cevallos, NBC News legal analyst, joining us at Power Lunch. Danny, thank you.